how are you? Okay, so as you can tell, I'm in a little different area of my house. Oh, look, and there's a Calypso. Hi, girl. She's visiting today. So today's video, we are going to be washing brushes, and I thought it would be a good time for me to sit down and just discuss some of the ways that I wash my makeup brushes, the things that I use, and some recommendations. I'm a stickler for washing these. Like, I try to do it weekly. Sometimes I don't, but it's never long in between, I should say, because I have so many. And I have friends that don't wash their brushes at all, and they know it drives me nuts. So I thought, you know, let's just discuss it, because I do a little bit more detail for brushes. Some people do it very simply. Some people use different things, and that's fine. You use whatever you use. Just wash them, okay? That's all I ask. Just wash your brushes. So today I have this and this. These are mine that I need to need to wash. And then my daughter, she's like, Mom, I need to wash my brushes too. I'm like, hey, I'm getting ready to wash mine. Even if I didn't do a video, I have to wash mine. I said, so give me what you got. So in her sponge, which is great because I didn't get any sponges. So she's got some sponges and she's got some brushes too. And we are just going to wash them. So what I want to do is I want to show you the things that I use. Okay, so, and go from there. I can't get that out. Okay, so when I start, I will take this and put a little bit of water in the bottom with some antibacterial soap, just a little bit. I'll show you when I do it, just to soak it. And then, so not all of them do. So brushes that have liquid makeup, which this is my daughter's foundation brush, it's pretty bad, will go in the water. Now, brushes that just have basic powder will not, and I'll show you why and what I do different. So, I use Zote soap for those that are getting soap, and I use Cinema Secrets for those that don't. I'll show you. Other than that, I have makeup brush guards. So and I've got them in different sizes. These are the small ones. These are for the large ones, and then the regular size. And basically when I wash a brush, I will put that on it and set and dry it upside down because I want the liquid to come out. I don't want it this way because then it gets in here in the glue and will ruin your brush. Just something when you're drying your brushes, if at all possible, go upside down. Now, I should have brought it in here, but when I first started, I took a piece of foam, cut some pieces out of it, stuck them up in there, made my own drying rack. I still use that when I have a ton of brushes to do, and I might have to bring that out. What I have been using is this, which you just, and hold it upside down. This is old. This is not in the best shape. So I had another one I bought that completely tore up on me. It was really bad quality. So I don't have it. I tossed it. But I did just buy this. And this is, I'm going to use it for the first time, the Sigma Dry and Shape Tower for face and eyes. So I don't know if there's going to be a ton of room. So when I do these, I can put the things on, and the ones on the guards will go on here. But the ones on the bottom are interesting because it already has the shape and dry. So I will have to like scoot it up through here and do that. So you work with me as I go because I'm not used to it yet either. And let me get set up over here and I will show you. Now I do have a lot of brushes. I will not wash every one of them for you. I will speed through, do this, do that, just so you can see what I am doing and how I'm doing it. So let's get started. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these brushes and I'm going to separate them into what will be using getting water and soap and what won't be. So I'm just going to turn this on. It's going to be right beside you. I apologize. And I want to separate these into what is, I know you can hear that watering. So I just fill it a little bit, and then I take antibacterial. I use Dawn. Dawn is kind of like the ish in my house. So put a little bit in there. And then I'm just going to take the brushes that, most of them, a lot of them will be Allie's brushes because she's hasn't washed them in a while, but anything that has foundation in it, that's liquid foundation, will get washed. Anything that might have like pinks or reds will get soap and water. So I'm just going to separate these and put them over there. And as far as foundation or eye brushes go, if it's a brush that I use liquid, products on, we'll always get that too. So let's just review the rest of these so I can show you what else I do. I don't use a lot of liquid products, mostly foundations. I do have a liquid bronzer and blush I like, but I don't use it all the time. All right. So if there is glitter, obviously that needs soap and water. I'm sorry I keep right in front of you. I keep going right in front of you. And I will fast forward through a lot of this to make it not as boring. So these are the ones that I'm not going to use water on, and these are the ones that I am. So they are in the water. Now, I also have these sponges and this, and let me show you what I do for that. Okay, so for sponges and other things like the foundation tray, I put them in a bowl of water, hot water with some Dawn in it again, and I'm going to let it soak. Sometimes, depending on how bad these sponges are, once I start looking at them, I might microwave them just to help kill bacteria and get everything else that's gross out of there. I don't every time, but it is a great way. You microwave it for 5 minutes and it really comes out clean.
Okay, so now it's going to be a little bit trickier because I had to change the angle of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And because of that, you're probably not going to see me much, and I can't guarantee my hands are going to be out of the way. So just bear with me. We'll make it as quick as possible. So as you can see, I use this pink scrubbing brush or pad as well as my Zote soap. And I like to get it just a little wet. I don't like to leave a lot of water running, so I will just let it drip. But then I also use this as a more up close and personal way to do it. So what I'm going to do is, okay, so this is the first brush I reached for. And I'm just going to take it and see, because it's been sitting in soapy water, go ahead and get that soapy water out. And then I'm going to take and just do this with the Zote soap and just rub it like I am, you see? Try to get the sides. And then I'm just going to keep going in until it starts running clean, see? I always like to use my fingers too because it gives me a really good idea of is it clean or not. So see, it's not coming off dirty anymore. And it might look like I'm really scrubbing these really hard, but I'm not. And that's going to be the catch too. You don't want to scrub too hard because you can ruin the bristles in your brush. And depending on what kind of bristles you use, do you use, there's so many, I'm not even going to try to explain what they are. But there's, you know, you want to be careful. So then afterwards, this is what I have. So now, let me show you. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go ahead and get one of my makeup brush guards. And now typically I won't do this. I do a bunch of them at once instead of one at a time to help save time. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take this, and actually I'm not. Okay, so I want to go back into this old thing and just slide it in here and hang it upside down, and this is how it will dry and form. So it forms the bristles, but they're not sticking out funny or looking crazy. Okay, so we're going to start, and I'm just going to dig right into washing these brushes, and then after we do that, which I will fast forward so you don't have to watch me do every one of these, I will then show you what I do with the others and the Cinema Secrets. Okay? All right, so now we are going to work with, let's get that out of the way, the makeup brush cleaner from Cinema Secrets. I really like this. It is actually very quick and easy to use, and you just have to have a towel of some sort. I think if I put that there, you guys might be able to see when I do this. Let me adjust a minute. Okay, so it comes with this little, well, I bought a kit that came with this little cup, and I really like it. So you pour some in here. And I'm just going to show you how you take your brush, whatever one, you dip it in just like that. Can you see? Yeah. And then you take it and you just wipe it off. Now let's see, it's completely clean. It's crazy. And I know there's alcohol in it because you can smell it. Let me show you. So this one, can you see how dirty and pink it is? And we're going to get a little wet. Now I'm going to tell you too, if you're washing your brushes like I did before, where they were, say, this one that I washed and got wet, if you want it to dry quickly, you can do the same thing. Just put it in here, because this is a alcohol type base, so they will dry a whole lot quicker. So if you do use soap and water and you want to dry them quicker, do that. So now I'm going to just speed through the rest of these and let you see how it's done. Okay, so the last thing I need to show you, excuse me, is the these type of things. So the water being on is going to make it a little bit difficult. I apologize, but you can see I'm going to have to really wash that. That is foundation. So we'll put these in. So for this, you know, I usually just try to squeeze them as much as possible. Keep them dunked in water. And then I will also use my Zote soap. And I wanted to specify, Zote soap you can buy at Walmart. It's in the laundry aisle with like your Tides and Purell, Gain, whatever it is you use, Zote soap. And it is really cheap. I want to say less than $2 for a bar, and it's a big bar. That bar lasts a long time. And they have 2 scents. This is unscented, the one that I use. And they have a scented one. I've never used it. I'm going to say I think the scented one or the unscented one smells amazing, so I've never tried it. Tried the other. So I'm going to wash these real quick while you watch and quit talking because the water is making it difficult to hear. So to come back, I just want to say, your sponges are probably going to get stained. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast of makeup. So the key is to come in and wash it till it quits running dirty. So you put your soap on, whatever you choose. Like I said, will use Dawn or the Zote soap. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to squeeze them and check the water. And it's not soapy or dirty. So these are clean, even though they don't necessarily look it. But like I said, staining is part of it. Okay, so now I've got everything washed and drying upside down. And then of course they didn't all fit, so I came over here, and these will go in here as well to dry. And I dry them for at least 24 hours. Sometimes I will dry them longer, but no less than 24 hours. I want to make sure they're nice and dry, because whatever you use, if you're using a wet rag, could very well build up bacteria and other issues. So make sure they're good and dry. So hang them upside down, let them sit for a while. I'm going to say the new Sigma drying rack, I like it and I don't. So it was very difficult to get the brushes in, and I'm hoping it's because it's brand new and it's the first time I've ever used it. But I will keep using it because it is convenient. But I do have my other racks as well to use. And like I said, this didn't hold as many as I was hoping it would. So I had to pull out the other one and use it. And like I said, I also have the foam one that I have. So as I was saying, Zote soap you can get at Walmart. I really like it. I think the unscented, which is the one I use, has a nice clean scent. So I can't say it's truly unscented. I truly think it does have a scent. And then the Cinema Secrets I buy from Sephora. I've not found it anywhere else. I'm sure Amazon has it, but I get mine at Sephora. So, and I just find it so easy. If there's a, if you got something that needs to be washed but doesn't need that deep cleaning scrub, it's perfect because it does get it out. It gets the color out, it gets the product out. It is a clean brush afterwards. So that is it for washing my brushes. I hope you've enjoyed it. A little different than usual. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments. I'd be glad to talk to you. And until next time, guys, goodbye.